Mitch Rizzuto reporting for SouthingtonSports.com. We're here at the all-new Rugged Fitness, just opened up in December with the owner here, Brian, and the trainer here. It's an awesome facility that we have right next to the Southington Athletic Shop on Meriden Waterbury Turnpike. So I'm sure everybody can find that, around town and everything. And we're just here to take a little tour of the place, talk to Brian a little bit about what he's going to have going on here, and how this place here can benefit, not only the Southington sports community, but the entire community as a whole. So why don't you walk us around, Brian, and
Sure.
we'll take a look at some of the equipment you got here.
Absolutely. So yeah, here at Rugged Fitness, we really take the approach to fitness where everybody trains like an athlete. Everyone from the desk worker to people who are actually engaging in sports. We want to make sure that we're taking that type of full body, multi-plane exercise to everybody. So you feel better, you look better, and you can move better. Over here, we kind of have our grass area here. We do a lot of different types of drills, including agility work. We have ladders, we have hurdles, we have sleds. So for example, things like pushing the sled, you're going to build power and drive in the legs. Then what we'll do is we'll have them jog back down here once they push it to the end, grabbing a hold, and now you're working upper body and hip stabilization, pulling it back. So there's a lot of cool drills, a lot of sports applications for this, but also just general fitness for people to build endurance and build strength. As we move through over here, we train a lot for obstacle course races, things like Spartan races, Tough Mudders. So we have a lot of individuals that will come here to get ready for those type of things. So what we try to do is we try to build some obstacles that mimic as closely as possible what they're going to encounter in those races. So the traverse wall, for example, this is pretty standard in a lot of different obstacle course races. Just gives you the opportunity to learn how to move across in an effective way. The first time I ever encountered this obstacle was actually in a race. I'd never trained for it, and no matter how strong I was, I didn't have the technique down. So I was just falling off of it because I didn't know if you spread yourself out wide, and there's definitely things that you can train for strength-wise, but until you actually get the technique down, it's a lot tougher when you encounter it out and covered in mud and water and everything. So over here, taking the same thing, we use our rig here, which is kind of our main boot camp area. This thing is awesome because you can do pretty much anything off of this. As part of our regular boot camp and our TRX training classes, we use the TRX suspension straps. These are all attached off of our rig here. And you can do body weight style exercises. So I'm doing a row, right? And I can very quickly transition around into doing a press. Now I'm using my body weight to give me the resistance rather than machine style exercises where you'd have to sit at a machine and set the weights and then move from machine to machine and weight. We do whole classes just on those TRX. So it's very cool. In addition, we got the pull-ups obviously off of this. We've set up a wall, an obstacle wall for climb overs, ropes to climb. Again, trying to get people trained and ready for these obstacle course races and also for general fitness purposes. So as we move this way, let's see what else. We have our slam wall. We built and reinforced this wall. It's actually kitchen floor linoleum on there, like outside covering. And we've got a whole series of different med balls. We'll do all kinds of different drills, slam the ball into the wall, right, for explosive chest, rotational work in the trunk, right? That's going to give you the power in the hips, which translates into a baseball throw, right? You got to learn to lead with the hips and be able to get the coordination to fire those muscles properly. So these are great drills because they cross over to sports and also in regular life. Kettlebells are a big part of what we do here. One of the most underutilized, in my opinion, strength training tools. They're great for shoulder mobility, strength, power. Gives you a whole bunch of explosiveness in your hips when you're doing swings. And for athletes, that's hugely important. So a lot of what we do is with kettlebells built into our boot camps and then also as its own class. We also have a variety of kind of interesting one-off type of exercise stuff that people most likely have not seen before. Things like our clubs. Clubs, for example, these are Indian clubs. So this is excellent for shoulder mobility, range of motion. So if I'm starting out here and I'm crossing and extending out. So I'm opening up my shoulders, moving the scapula, getting that whole thing warmed up. We can do a whole series of different types of club swings. Right? It's all around getting that range of motion into your shoulders. So people who are stiff or maybe working through some injuries, these are great ways to strengthen and bring them back. Let's see. So as we move around through here, In the back room, we have a little private training area. There's really not too much back there, so I won't bother bringing you back there. But we do one-on-one training as well, in addition to the group classes. All of our coaches are certified personal trainers and can evaluate people when they come in based on their strength and weaknesses and get them the program that they need.
And as you walk us around here, Brian, I'm noticing that a lot of these exercises are working out all different types of parts of your bodies, but they're very interesting, they're interactive, they're different than the normal just lifting or just running on a treadmill. You're really going to be having people moving around in here and getting people involved, right?
Absolutely. One of the foundations that I've built this place on is the idea that exercise on its own is probably pretty boring if you're just getting on a treadmill and you're running, or if you're sitting down on a bench and doing a set and then waiting and then doing another set. Whereas here, we try to make exercise as fun as possible. So every time you come in, you're not working out on your own, so you don't have to worry about not knowing what you're doing. You're always going to have a coach here working with you, teaching you, driving you, to get better and stronger each time. And like you said, to that point, just making it fun, So exercise doesn't have to be something that people are like, oh man, I can't, I have to go work out tonight. And we have something where people are excited.
You can see the teams, wanting to get together here and have a workout,
Yeah.
and even just the community, families coming on in, and especially with throwing the ball off the wall and everything. That just seems like I just wanted to get in there and do it myself.
Absolutely, and we do a lot of different things. Challenges throughout the week. We just actually had our red, white, and blue challenge this weekend, which we do every Memorial Day, where we get everybody together and we do a big challenge type class. So there's different stations. We'll have people running out and around and go to somewhere, drop and do burpees, and then run to the next station. And it's kind of like almost like a workout scavenger hunt. So we try to mix it up. We try to do some things to make it interesting and fun and keep people engaged.
So as we move over here, we got some tires, it looks like here.
Absolutely. Of course, you got to have big tires. I've actually got bigger tires than this at our other location. I'm just waiting to get a pickup truck to bring them on over here, but they're the big, monster tires. So we work with tires for things like flipping and jumping on and hitting with sledgehammers. Kind of the non-traditional styles of training. Ropes as well. If you see, we've got a lot of ropes hanging off of here. In that same vein of kind of a full body endurance style training. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have you do one of these.
All right.
So instead of me just showing them off.
Let's see what we got to do
Awesome.
here.
All right, we're going to grab that end of the rope.
Okay.
Step forward a little bit for me. Bend your knees, sit back into your hips, lift your chest up. Give it a little bit of slack. So step forward a little bit more. Good. Now I want you to drum it out like a beat. Good. And lean back. Get that way going all the way to the end there. Abs tight. Back tall. Good. So this is a good example of a basic rope wave exercise. You can do this maybe 30-second intervals. If you want to get crazy, you can add some squats into this. So as you're doing it, you can squat down and back up, squat down and back up. Excellent.
Oh, I feel that burn.
Absolutely. So you're going to get endurance in that upper body. That's good enough. Excellent job. No cardio. So again, it's not a treadmill. You're getting up there, you're getting engaged, you're doing something fun. But where else are you going to get upper body cardio? You know what I mean? So athletes that are doing sports, doing things like that, get a lot of cardio with their legs from running. But we train fighters, and fighters need to have upper body endurance as well.
You can feel that all over through your top, the upper body, definitely in the arms, the chest.
Yep. And it's just a little different way to go about doing it that you can't get in other circumstances.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So as we move over here, obviously we do boxing by this big rig here. These are bags. We've got 14 bags here. So we do group classes for boxing and kickboxing, right? So different levels, same thing with all of our classes. If you're coming into our general population class schedule, we have different levels that'll help you work through, teach you the right techniques, and then get you stronger. Over here we do boxing foundations. It's all about getting you the technique. So how to stand, how to hold, how to throw straight punches, hooks, right? The different types of punches. From there, we're going to get you going on different combinations. So like the double jab, hook, things like that. Then we're going to progress you through. As you get sharper, you're going to move up to the next level of class. That's going to be more endurance, more conditioning, and a little bit harder. Awesome. All right, we're pretty much finishing up. We have a few bikes over here just to help our private clients warm up. But this is probably one of the most important areas, especially for athletes. If you haven't seen these before, they're foam rollers. This is one of the most important things that an athlete can do for recovery, right, and just to maintain range of motion in your body. So what happens is people get real tight over time in the quads and the glutes, or wherever they're working really hard. This is essentially like going to a massage therapist, because you're going to get in there and you're going to position yourself on the roller. So say I got a knot in my quad, I'm going to get on here and I'm just going to roll up and down. Right? I'm going to try to get in there and I'm going to try to loosen that up. So what that's going to do is it's going to break up those adhesions in the tissue. It's going to allow the blood flow to get in there, the hydration to get in there.
So it'll simulate the hands of the therapist.
Exactly.
As it's rolling back and forth, working the knots. That'll get you nice and loose before your workout, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Good stuff.
So it seems like you got a pretty cool regimen here, huh?
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything. Like I said, for us it's all about teaching people just how to move and how to live and how to be healthy. We focus a lot on nutrition. We have a whole program around that, motivational tools, things that I've developed from working with clients over the years to help just get them motivated. And a lot of times people want to work out, they want to do this stuff, but the brain gets in the way.
Getting ready to get ready, right?
Exactly.
Well, now we all have a reason in the Southington community. Got to get down here to Rugged Fitness. It's probably any age there's something here for any age.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether you're a high school athlete, whether you're a parent, whether you're a younger kid, whether you're an older person, maybe a retiree that wants to get a good workout, I'm sure Brian can find something to suit your needs here down at Rugged Fitness, located on Merritt and Waterbury Turnpike, next to the Southington Athletic Shop. Anything else, Brian, that you'd like to throw in there?
Oh yeah, we'd just love to see you down here. First class is always free to try, so come in, check it out. We're doing lots of promotions, lots of programs for new members. So yeah, right now we're just about trying to get in and show everybody what we got.
Okay, so for the Southington community, get down here to Rugged Fitness with the owner Brian and Mitch Rosito reporting for SouthingtonSports.com.